Hello everyone, it's George and welcome back to Call of Dragons. As dedicated free-to-play player who played this game for more than 500 days, I'm excited to share some insider tips and tricks with you. Stick around and let's dive in. Finally, Season of Stripe 2 is just started, KVK fighting just started, Pass 1 just opened, and it's an amazing opportunity for us to check out how archers are performing without long range warfare, because in this season we are actually going to have them, and it will be easy for us to compare how well archers without range but with 20% more attack will work, and how that in opposite, right? So far we will be fighting with three archers. First one is Nico and Kinara, which will be the important one because that's where I have spent the most amount of legendary tokens in the game. Second one is Sandron and Freygar, which is both 5-1-1-1, which means simple free-to-play friendly Sandron and Freygar. And Zayda and Theia, which is the new one, which I have been testing myself. And I'm trying to make Zayda hero pair work because I was not really able to get Magrat, right? So Theia and Zayda and Theia with Wyverns, with Heart of Gamasi, with Sand Lizard, will be the testing one in these fights, right? And yeah, as an archer main, I have been saying many times that archer gameplay is really fun if you enjoy ranged gameplay in general, right? That's why I like, if you want me to tell you what's my main troop type in the game, I will say archers, but in general, I'm just a ranged player, right? And of course, my Zayda is 5-3-3-3. Theia is of course 5-4-2-1-2, which means both of the heroes are simple free-to-play friendly heroes, and it will be really important for us to always check out the heroes which we have and to compare how we can actually perform in Call of Dragons, right? As an archer player, I'm really excited that new archer heroes are coming to the town really soon after the mages, and finally I will be have a chance to check how new archers are going to look in the game, right? As an archer player, I'm always looking forward to trying to unlock every single archer hero in this game because I love to have multiple legions for fighting, especially whenever stamina is really low. That's when the more archer heroes shine, right? Yeah, it will be really interesting how well we are going to perform in this season, because our main objective is to win this season, which means we are going to fight all the time. And of course, whenever you are fighting all the time, you are expecting to get more and more merits throughout the KVK, right? And it will be really interesting if I will have my new best in terms of merits. Before, my highest amount was 8 million merits, and of course I will try my best to showcase that I can even get 10 million while playing Call of Dragons, right? So far my main focus right here is this builders and these cavalry players plus some tanks, but I think one by one we are going to destroy them. And so far, which what I can see is that all of my archer hero pairs are alive. I only get damaged whenever I have counterattack damage toward myself, right? You should never forget that whenever you are getting targeted as an archer player, sometimes it's totally fine because enemy is receiving high amount of counterattack damage, and generally that's also some merits, right? But right now I got 4 targets, which meant I should have went back. So far, this is a perfect moment for us to play with archers because we have a little bit of front line which is defending us from the enemy, and this is an amazing moment when you can just stand still and do not do anything, any movement, and only auto attack. That's when archers are getting more and more damage, right? Yeah, right now this cavalry player just used blink, and I will just try to move away, but unfortunately my Syndrion is getting kinda stuck. I hope I will be able to move back and they will target somebody else. And yeah, that's what actually happened. We will just move back a little bit and then we will continue fight, right? Unfortunately, I have like 10 person attacking one of my legions, but yeah, I think we will have our first death in this fight, and that will be Syndrion with Freygar, right? Yeah, so far we still have 2 archers. That's why I love fighting with multiple legions whenever I can, depending on enemy, of course, because whenever one of them dies, you can still have some fun, you can still continue, and you can still deal some damage, right? Right now I'm dealing damage to mages, but I think it will be better for me to move back because it was really obvious that the enemy would attack my legion. So yeah, so far I will try my best to explain why I'm doing every single move. Right now we don't have a couple of frontline, but this infantry player is just moving up. And whenever you see that enemy infantry move back, that's the moment, especially as an archer, that you are going to attack, right? So far I understand that whenever somebody is targeting me, that should be the mage player, because other than that, I don't think anybody has the capacity to deal damage towards me, because if enemy archers are moving forward, it means that they are almost getting destroyed, because I think we generally have more powerful mage players than our enemy, right? In terms of power, they have a little bit more, but we have a lot less players. In total, we only have 100 players here. All of them are fighters, and it will be really interesting how well we are going to perform with less players but more fighters and more power, right? So far I'm trying my best to have a perfect position to deal damage to enemies, but Rattle Spear wanted to use it, unfortunately, and whenever you are using Rattle Spear, you understand that you are not able to move, right? That's why my Nico and Kinara is getting destroyed, and yeah, we have one more hero pair which is going home. Well, Zayda and Theia is the only hero pair which is left for this fight, and I think that's the perfect opportunity for us to see how this hero pair is actually going to perform, right? It's a one which we are going to try, and if we are going to get more than 10k merits out of this fight, I think the number one objective is done. We actually built a new hero pair which I think I have never seen tried out before, and I will be the first one who made the hero pair. I will be really happy to be the first one, right? So far, Zayda and Theia is almost half health, but that's amazing simply because Theia is going to give us a lot of shield, and it will help us to survive these long-term battles, right? Unfortunately, right now our only target is this infantry player, but that's totally fine, because what's the most important right now is that we are standing still and we are attacking with normal attacks. Whenever you are playing with Zayda, you need to understand that these attacks which Zayda is doing with the main skill, it requires some time to deal damage, which means you should be standing still and dealing some damage, right? Right now, I hope nobody is going to attack my Zayda and Theia, but yeah, finally somebody noticed that I'm standing alone here, and I'm pretty sure this mage player was trying to hurt my newly made hero pair, right? But I should not really try to move backwards and try to do damage to these guys, because I can see that there is 3 heroes that I can hit on top side, and yeah, that's what we are actually going to do, right? I will fight until my legion is alive. I have said it once, and I will say it many times. I understand that you are dealing more and more damage whenever you have high HP, but well, unfortunately, that's not my thing. I always try to play out the whole legion, because sometimes the time until to go to the battlefield from your town is really high, and I prefer to just send the soul, because soul actually runs much faster, right? Well, whatever we can say in terms of damage of Zayda, we will find out at the end of the video, but so far, what I can say that Zayda and Theia is quite a survivable hero pair, because we managed to stay alive for quite a lot of time, right? Unfortunately, Nico and Kinara and Syndron and Freygar died really fast, but that's fine. We have Zayda, which we are going to test out how well Zayda is going to perform, right? As I have mentioned many times, if hero pair does 10k merits almost every single fight, it means that that hero pair actually works, right? That's why I will try my best to get this Zayda and Theia to 10k, and at the end of the video I will have the availability of saying that this hero pair actually works. Well, so far we are getting lower and lower in terms of troops for this hero pair. I think a couple of targets and we will be done, and I really hope that this hero pair is going to have 10k merits, which means I will be able to say that this hero pair actually works. Well, archers are really interesting with the 20% less physical attack as a long-range warfare taker. It will be interesting to see how it will affect the archers, and well, I think that range is such a big thing for players in PvP that I don't care even if it will be 30% less physical attack. I think I will be still choosing the archers. I will be still choosing the long range warfare because, well, if only I had the long range warfare here, well, trust me, I wouldn't be dying so fast with my other archers, and I would have continued fighting for a long period of time, right? Yeah, finally, Zayda and Indis is going home, and Zayda and Theia is going home, and it's perfect moment for us to check how much merits we actually got from this fight, right? Yeah, 11k merits from Zayda and Theia, which means I can honestly say that this hero pair works. I have said it many times. If a PvP hero pair gets 10k merits in couple of minutes, it means that it actually works, right? And yeah, my strongest legion, which is my Nico and Kinara. My Kinara is awakened, Nico is like 5433. That's the highest amount of merits we got with Nico and Kinara, and I guess Syndron and Freygar having offensive artifacts such as Shadow Blades, it helps them to get more merits, almost 11, 12k. And yeah, I think that's already good. We have 1 yellow merits. I'm expecting way more. I'm waiting for 20k merits and even more out of this season. And of course, if you guys will be with me, sharing my happiness or sharing my sadness whenever I'm not getting Magrot, that will be even better, right? So this was the PvP gameplay for archer players, and not only for archers, especially free-to-play players, how you can get quite a good amount of merits even if you are not spending a single dollar in this game, right? And you should never forget to check out and to get all the important buffs and all the important items from the merit store, because merit store is just a present whenever you fought really well in your KVK. So this is my merits. I hope you guys like it, because I do for myself, because I always take it into the consideration that I'm a free-to-play player. As always, guys, if you like the video, press like, subscribe, share. It always gives me more and more motivation to make more videos for this amazing game. I wish everybody amazing morning, day, and night, wherever you are. We are going to see each other really soon. Bye-bye and good luck.